up, guys? It's your boy Spider back for another JJKPhantomparade video. So, we got some new information for the upcoming event, the new story chapter, character levels, and also a new character coming out with a new banner. So, pretty cool stuff. As you guys can see here, we got the whole new map event, coming in. Same old, you get it, you do your grinding, you go through and you do your bosses or whatever. It looks like we're getting, because they did mention we're getting a free multi, so if we go back quickly to Twitter here, we're also getting a free multi, so that's very cool, guys. And also 5 AP pots, very cool stuff there. But going over back into the game here, they did mention something about, let's see, in the event's homepage exercise medal exchange, a maximum of 10 featured gacha tickets can be obtained. So let's say we're getting actually 2 free multis for this character, which is very cool, actually. So I guess I'll just patch that in the I already remember thumbnail, it's super late right now, but for the next video when I do my summons, I'll patch it in there. But if you guys are watching the video, yay, you guys know. 2 free multis, very cool stuff. But yeah, usually it's the same old, grind it. There's a recollection bit, we'll go over that as well. I'll probably just make this I'll see if I can make this faster than my normal videos, because one thing, it's very late for me, and 2, my normal videos for stuff like this have been also very long, maybe a little too long. But yeah, you got your normal stuff, fight your bosses, yada yada yada. We'll cover that then as well tomorrow, we'll take a quick look at it. It's probably gonna be the same thing as it always is, besides tickets and stuff like that, basically. But yeah, we got chapter 13 and 14 now coming up, so that's more cubes, which is very cool. And also stuff to level up your characters even more, give them higher levels, for the artifacts that you have to grind. And yeah, character grade 12, so got that coming in. Anyways, let's look on the JJKPhantomparade Twitter, and then we'll also look at the the actual website. But yeah, basically what they got. So it looks like they're just saying we can get a maximum of basically a free multi from just the cubes, and also the new recollection bit, and some 9 standard banner tickets, which is just kind of whatever, as well as some other resources here, which is pretty cool. And here's the 2 new recollection bits. So going over onto the website here. Let's see, so Saki Rindo is an A-tier character as a DPS, because they did a bit of an overhaul, if you guys remember my last video, because we're here for that. Before, she was a specialist, and the specialist before was tank, and she was like I think an S-tier tanker or so. But now they swapped her over to A-tier DPS character. But yeah, we'll take a look at what she does. So, hard to resolve Saki Rindo. So she's a green character, considered now a green TPS. So she has a characteristic here. At the start of each turn, if own HP is 35% or below, so she's closer to death, increases own taijutsu damage and jutsu damage by 180% for both for 1 turn. Pretty good damage buff there, very significant. Only problem is that's only for 1 turn, and you're going to be basically close to death so far, but I mean, not too bad, right? Not too bad. So skill 1 here, at level 1 deals melee combined damage of 75 taijutsu and 70% jutsu, so more on taijutsu, a little bit less for jutsu. And then at level 10 that goes up to 100 for both, and then around level 8 it'd be 100 taijutsu and then 97 jutsu, so not half bad there, right? Not half bad. Now, skill 2, 15 cost for curse energy, don't get carried away, deals melee combined damage equal to 140 taijutsu and 110 jutsu, so same thing as with the previous skill, more so on taijutsu, increases own taijutsu damage by 10% for 3 turns, which is kind of nice, a bit of a damage buff there. And the same thing as above before, with the characteristic, or actually it's a little different this time. If own HP is 35% or above this time, sacrifices 10 HP%, cannot die from sacrificing HP. So basically, oh, I see. So this is essentially saying that when you use this skill, she's going to be able to activate her characteristic once you meet that 35% or above. So you can basically make it to where she'll meet that characteristic, but she'll get this immediately. So basically you'll be buffing up skill 2 here for more damage. Now level 10, it goes up to 230 taijutsu and 181 jutsu, and you also increase your own taijutsu now by 16%. And then at level 8, it's 210 taijutsu and then 165 jutsu with 14.9 taijutsu damage, also for 3 turns. But yeah, not too bad. Pretty good skill here. Also does, mind you, it's for a single target, right? So only for 1 enemy. Now skill 3, skill disaster transferal. With 25 curse energy at level 1, deals melee combined damage, so everything else has been combined here, kind of like Yuta, right? So it's 110 taijutsu and 95 jutsu to all enemies, so this is an AoE move, and the lower the own HP is, the greater the damage up to 40%, and it fills up own ultimate skill gauge by 250, so very good skill here. AoE, which is always, you always love to see that. In level 10, you now deal 181 taijutsu and 156 Jujutsu to all enemies, and then that basically is the same thing. And then at level 8, it's 165 Taijutsu, and then 142 Jujutsu. So very good, you know, overall. Yeah, you're gonna be helping you to farm things a little bit easier, right, with this skill here, as well as when she's, you know, closer to death, because you can spam skill 2 here to keep sacrificing your HP, because it is 35% or above, so you can keep lowering it. You'll be able to basically buff your skill 3 here with more damage, right? Now ultimate here, Fist of Resolve, level 1, deals melee combined damage equal to 320 Taijutsu and 290 Jujutsu to select enemy. So she only has one AoE, which is skill 3, and then everything else is a single target here. And then she has the same thing as skill 3, where the lower her own HP is, degree the damage up to 40%. And then at level 10, we're looking at 581 Taijutsu and then 526 Jujutsu. And then at level 8, you know, depending if you guys want to level up all the way, or at least to level 8, then you're looking at 523 and 471. Or 474. Yeah, honestly, you know, not too bad. A decent skill here, but it is also single target, right? So, take with that what you will, right? And then the combo, basically, you're just increasing yourself and the allies' damage by 10% for 2 turns. And then you're filling everybody else's ultimate skill gauge up by 110, so not too bad. And she has an auto skill here. So, able-bodied, at the start of battle, grants revival status to self for 1 turn, so that's cool. So she has the same thing I think that was a red panda, where she's able to revive herself, which is very handy. So that means, like, when she's close to death's door, boom, revive, right? Because it won't be too bad on that. And at the start of each turn, if own HP is 60% or below, decreases own damage received by 10% for 1 turn, and the lower own HP is the greater damage received, decrease up to 40%, which is very nice. So basically, because she wants to be closer to death's door, she's going to be able to survive a little bit easier by having more damage production, so that's cool. And at the start of each turn, if own HP is 35% or below, which is where she wants to be for that damage increase, right? Decreases own damage received by 50% for the turn, so an even bigger damage reduction buff, which is very nice, especially since it's for 3 turns, right? And then when the character triggers the revival status when she dies, grants attack notification to self for 1 turn. Only applies if all stacks of revival status have been depleted, which I'm assuming is only 1, because it literally says she only revives herself 1 time. But maybe it means, like, it takes into account maybe if there's another character that can give revive, but I don't think that's the case. So that's very cool. So basically, when she revives, she won't get nuked immediately, right? Like, she won't die on spot. So that's very cool. And I can see why she's more of a DPS character here. She does have some taking abilities with the whole, I guess, damage reduction reviving, but that's more of like a... She's more of just a self-sustaining-ish unit, to an extent. Well, not really self-sustaining, but more like... She's able to make it... well, yeah, she's able to buff her own damage, and she's able to reduce her own HP, which is part of her kit. And she's able to give herself a revive. So I guess, yeah, somewhat self-sustaining, giving herself an attack buff with damage reduction, a revive, and, you know, a whole bunch of good stuff. Basically stuff that, like, makes her kit work where you don't need anything else, which is something usually what you want. But I can also see why she's kind of a mid DPS, because she's not doing anything too crazy with that. But anyways, let's go with the recollection of it. So we have 2 new ones here. We'll go back to the Twitter here. So this is the one from the event, which apparently is very mid, and then we have the one that's on her banner, which is apparently really good. So hers is a DPS one, and it is an S tier. An S tier. And if we're looking at what it does, your path forward, it does 50-50 for both Jutsu and Taijutsu. So when you do anything, ultimate or skill, increases own damage dealt by 75%, which is very huge actually. Okay, only for green characters though, so that's one downside. And if own HP is 35% or below when activating, which is what you want to do, so when she has their more optimal damage buffs going on, increases own Taijutsu by 20% for 1 turn 1 time, and Jutsu damage by 20% for 1 turn 1 time. So basically, when you hit this HP threshold, for that 1 time that she hits it, basically the first time she hits this HP threshold, 35% or below, she will get these buffs, but only that 1 time, and for that 1 turn. So make sure you take advantage of that. And then if you have it with 3 dupes, now you get an 80% own damage dealt, which is very huge. And now the Taijutsu and Jujutsu now get buffed up to 30%. Honestly, very good. Very nice. Big issue though is that you're not going to be able to really use this often, because it is tied to having to be 35% HP or below, and also it going away after the first time that you do use it. But you are able to continuously at least get this 80% or 75% if you only have 1 copy of it damage buff overall, which is very nice. The only downside as well is that it is only for green characters, so the only characters that are going to be able to really use this would probably be like Green Nanami, because he is also kind of a combo, like a mixed Taijutsu and Jujutsu character. And then maybe Mahito, I guess, could maybe use it. So there's some characters that could kind of use this one, so it's not too bad. And then if you do have one dupe in it though, at the start of the turn, if own HP is 35% or below, which is where she wants to be, increases own ultimate skill charge rate by 40% by 40% for 3 turns, up to 1 time during battle. So basically, once she hits 35% or below HP, she's basically able to get her ultimate a little bit faster. So I'm assuming you can try to get a bit more damage off a little bit quicker with her ultimate. So yeah, honestly, not too bad. You do get a significant damage buff here, and then of course, but the caveat being only for green characters that can really use this. Otherwise, it's just kind of whatever. But yeah, I mean, not too bad. I think it's okay. Now let's look at the mid one, because this is apparently, if you go to tier list, it is a support one, and it is all the way down to C tier. So it's very not that good, guys. Very not that good. But we'll take a look at what it does. So kept waiting. Kind of sounds like a Metal Gear reference, kept waiting, huh? Anyways, it does 50%, 22 and 22 for both Taijutsu and Jutsu. Now, the first skill here, when command skills activated, so basically when skills reset the ultimate, fills own ultimate skill gauge by 110, and if any ally's HP is 35% or below when activating, except yourself, fills the ultimate skill gauge by 110. So basically you're able to give yourself 110 and then basically give anybody else's HP who is lower, which in this case you would want to run on support, and then this can be given to Saki Rindo because she'll be able to get 35% or below HP a little bit easier compared to any other character. And then if you do have it at 3 dupes, which I will be able to from the event, now that goes up to 220, which I mean, that's alright. And then at the start of battle, recovers own and allies behind's cursed energy by... Oh yeah, so basically, if your character is like first, because you know how the order does matter in this game, if you have this character, whoever has this recollection as the first character, which is usually the buffer character, support character, everybody behind them, which is usually the DPS character, will be getting more cursed energy, in this case 5 every turn, for 2 turns, at the start of battle. So I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's okay, you know. Not that crazy though, very mid, like I said, it's okay, but not that crazy, not really that useful. No big buffs or damage reduction buffs, but yeah. Anyways, with that being said, I'm pretty sure that's basically it for what we got. So, all I can say is good luck with you guys' summons, you know? Because we're getting about 2 free multis, which is very cool. The character herself is okay, but the recollection bit is a whole lot better. So hey, if you guys do get the recollection bit, hey, you got a pretty good thing. And you get the character, I mean, once she gets the buffs, she'll probably be really good, I'd imagine. So you can hope for that. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna head on out. And I'll probably see y'all for my summons video later tonight, I imagine. Unless something weird happens, but we'll see. If anything, they might conflict a little bit with stream time, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. Anyways, I'm heading out. Peace, and take care, everybody.